Back in Week 12, the Broncos won a defensive grinder in their first matchup against the Dolphins. Can Miami get revenge? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Throwing to start the drive. Felton. And incomplete to open things up.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Felton over the middle and complete to Waddle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, it's Achane. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Felton. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a block. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Nix steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
In motion, the tight end. A quick throw complete to Washington. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Looking to throw. Felton. They complete it to Hill. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Here we go. At the Broncos' 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Felton. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Looking to throw. Felton. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll look to throw again. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination. as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Nix to the air. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. And his pass incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate. With that last one.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Alexander Madison. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Up the middle, Achane. And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Felton rolling to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the...
At the 27-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Good for a Miami Dolphins.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Off play action. Felton. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Sanders' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
To throw is Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Nix. This goes out wide from Madison. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go. It's Roth. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because
and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Bo Nix scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive consumes. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Felton. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to the air with Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Nix. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Greg Dulcich as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So that drives 7 plays in length. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And set to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Off the play fake. Felton. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
And 1 at the 41-yard line.
In motion, Hill. 2nd and 1. That one complete to Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he's up to the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Felton. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off play action. Felton. He's got Gibson on the out route. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
For a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give to Madison running right. Oh, good move. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
Neutral zone
against?
infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still
Stay
first down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Another carry now for Madison. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Off the play fake, Nix. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Back to throw. Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line, so the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Felton. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Felton. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Back to throw again. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. A give left side. Here's Achane. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On the toss, Madison. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. To throw is Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Off play action. Felton. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. In motion, Hill. Off the play fake. Felton. Throw caught by Achane. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding Schultz. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, They're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a give to Madison. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 1. Nix to the air. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Point after here coming up. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Felton. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Felton. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
They'll look to throw again. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.